Hey everyone, it's Suzi Petrozzi here and coming back to you again with a small dose of empowerment booster, but a powerful one. I wanted to talk to you about expectations and specifically about expectations that we perceive or assume others have of us. Now, think about your day-to-day life. You may go to work. You may think that your boss wants you, expects of you to stay until 6 p.m. every day. You may think that your husband, partner, whatever, expects you to do certain chores around the house, or anyway, you fill in the gaps. Now, what's interesting about this, they're assumptions generally, or perceptions that are never quite fully validated or checked out, like checked against facts. And the reason that I want to talk about this is that they take up so much energy. They bring up a lot of negative emotions like resentment, frustration, anger, even guilt. And you can just imagine when this is unchecked, so to speak. In other words, it just stays down in the subconscious. It runs a lot of things around that. In other words, our whole day is set on this foundation of these particular expectations and then guides our behaviors based on that. And that's not healthy and it's not an empowering way to live our life. So what can you do? The most important thing is to be honest with yourself where you do this. You know, do you have these certain kind of expectations, or falsely or assume that certain people have these expectations? And you know what, most of us do. So the best thing to do is just be honest with yourself, name it, and then own it. So owning is just saying, you know what, I do it in this particular situation. And the best way to then make that even more subconscious, more conscious rather, is to just make it real by taking action to strengthen or to change that behavior. So let's say that you think that your boss expects you to stay till certain time that's after your regular hours of work. Just have a conversation. Now, if you don't want to have a conversation, it may be because you're worried. You're worried that there'll be rejection. You're worried that you might be seen as not fitting in or not being part of the team culture who works really hard, and you're going to be the one that's going to challenge the status quo. So what? Be the one to do that. But I really encourage you to be honest with yourself where and how you do this. Where is it that you make these assumptions about the expectations that you think others have of you? And then get clear on what kind of a person do you want to be instead? Who is the person that you want to be, independent of what others think of you? Comes down to that again, doesn't it? And then what can you do to support that change, to support you showing up more as you? What's the action that's going to support that? Is it speaking your mind? Is it asking for what you want, having that conversation with the person that you need to, but you do it with integrity? So I'll leave you with that. Think about, there's a few exercises for you to do. If you want to shoot me a few comments and your thoughts around that, please let me know. If you're already not part of my tribe, go over to suzipetrozzi.com and sign up. You'll also get a really cool guided meditation that's going to help you get centered, get clear, and get in your empowered zone. All right, guys, until next week, I'll talk soon. Bye. Have a great week.